Good morning, all the beautiful ladies from leading women of Africa. It's another good day for us to be here with you. And I'm looking to see some of us show up in the comment section if we are here already. So, good morning, and I am Jane. I am going to be your trainer for today. Okay, so I work with Impact Her, and we are working in partnership with Google to with that we have so many entrepreneurs out there equipped with what they need to succeed with their businesses. So like I said, I'm Jane, and I am not here alone. I have Beryl, who is going to be our moderator for today. You're going to be seeing her a lot in the chat. So she's going to be engaging with you all in the chat. And we equally have Johanna, who is at the broadcasting and just making sure that this session runs smoothly. So good morning to all of you. Like I said, it's a pleasure for me to be here. I am joining you from Cameroon. So I would like to see those who are already there. Please introduce yourself in the chat box and let us know where you're joining us from. Where in South Africa, because I know a majority of us are based in South Africa. But please feel free, wherever it is you're joining us from, put it in the chat. Tell us the city where you are. Okay, so I would like to see all your responses. Good morning, Madeline. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you again for doing what just bringing all these amazing women together so that we could have this session today. So good morning to you, Madeline. I can see Mercy is joining us. Good morning, Mercy. I can see Assunta is here from Rwanda. Yes, I know Assunta. Like, I'm so familiar with this name. So good morning to you, Assunta. We have Lebona. Good morning to you, Lebona. She's joining us from Mbabane. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Okay, so I can see, yes, Mercy says she's joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome, Mercy. It's a pleasure to have you here today. Do we have more ladies right there? Please introduce yourself in the chat. I want to meet all of you. All those who are on the call, please introduce yourself. I can see Janice, good morning. She's joining us today from Johannesburg. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining in. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing how you can use data and insights to help your business grow. Today we'll be discussing how you can use data and insights to help your business grow. Statistics are very important. Data, we need a lot of data when it comes to our businesses so that we can make informed decisions, right? So that is what we are going to be discussing today. And before we even start, I just want to mention that the good thing is that when your business is online, you don't have to stress, right, to have access to information. Like if you had to ever write a research paper or some thesis, you know how that process can be. Maybe trying to design a questionnaire and go to the field, you start asking people, do you know about my business? Where did you see my business? Have you ever bought one of my products? And then you come back with all those questions and you start trying to see, okay, 10 people said they know my business, 5 people said they bought from me, and you start trying to put all the statistics together. So it can be a very daunting task, but the good thing is that when you're online as a business, you have a lot of tools that can help you have a lot of information and insights as to the way people are connecting with you and purchasing your products. So I can see we have more people joining the call. I can see Francisca is here. Welcome, Francisca. You're joining us from Lesotho, I think. I hope I got that right. So Francisca is here. Welcome. I can see Valentine as well joining us. I'm very sure Valentine is joining us from Kenya. Okay, yes. Okay, he has already mentioned it. So I wasn't wrong. You're joining us from Kenya, and you're a fashion designer. I know from I've seen you show up, in the chat box for other trainings. So thank you for joining us, Valentine. I can see um Balo. That's the name I could pronounce well from all your names. So good morning to you. You're joining us from East London, South Africa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can see Jolene. She's joining us from Cape Town. Good morning to you. All right, so let's move on to see what we have on our agenda today. So there are three main things that we are going to be discussing as always. So let's see what it is. The first thing is we are going to see how you can understand the right questions to ask. Understand the right questions to ask. Those questions you're asking is what should give you, some information as to how successful you are as a business online. Okay, so we'll look at how you can understand the right questions to ask. Then we will move on to see how you can identify the best tools to use. What tools can you use to help you answer some of these questions about your business? And then the last thing we will discuss is understand and analyze your data. After you've asked yourself these questions, you have identify the tools you want to use. How do you now understand the data that you have received before you, and how can it help your business? So this is what we are going to be discussing today. So do not forget, we'll always come and remind you there is a free boot camp that Google is offering. Okay, totally free. Just sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. Beryl will drop the link right there in the chat. Okay, so sign up for the Google Hustle Academy so that you can get some practical knowledge. A lot of things that you'll be doing right there, you'll just be learning and implementing it for your business. And I can assure you, you will not leave the same way you came. Okay, so get registered for the Google Hustle Academy. Now, as you know, all our sessions are interactive. I'm not the only one talking. Maybe it's only my voice you will hear, but other people have to talk as well through the chat box. So please, I would like to find out from you, what words would you use to describe your customers? Would you say your customers are engaging? Are they serious clients? Do they always buy? Or do they promise to buy and never buy? So, what are some of the words that you would use to describe your customers? Please put it in the chat. I want to see. From the people who are interested in your products, can you say that you really have serious customers who actually take action and buy from you? Or maybe they'll come and ask the price of this and that, and then they never buy, or I don't know. But just help me, put in the chat box, how would you describe your customers? Can you say you have faithful, strong clients, and you have, potential customers who are equally right there, interested in your products? Please put in the chat how the words that you can use to describe your customers. Are they serious? Do they take action? Please put it in the chat. Okay, I can see Natasha is joining us from Cape Town. Welcome, Natasha. So Beryl has already dropped the link for the Google Hustle Academy. Do not forget, all right? Just you can copy that link and paste somewhere in your browser and keep it there so that after the session you can go and sign up. So please put in the chat, what words would you use to describe your customers? I want to know, what kind of customers do you people have? Is there anybody who wants to share with us? Lebona says mostly looking. So, okay, a lot of your customers just come, they look at your products, but they don't really buy. Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. Is there anybody else who would like to, describe their customers? Okay, Assunta says she has customers who want to know about the business. Okay, that means you have people who are quite interested in your products. At least they ask to know more about what you're offering. Thank you for sharing that, Assunta. Thank you for this great responses. So Valentine says he has potential customers. Okay, so these are people who have at least shown some interest. They have not yet bought, but at least they are interested. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all this description. So Mojela says mainly school going children. Okay. So most of your customers are children who go to school. All right, thank you very much, ladies, for all these descriptions you're giving. And well, sorry, Valentine, if I'm constantly talking about ladies. I'm so used to addressing ladies. Okay, so thank you very much for all these amazing responses. That shows that at least we have some clientele that is showing interest in the services and products that we offer. All right, so let's move on to understand the right questions to ask. Now, what questions do you want to ask your customers? Supposing you have a chance to talk to them or you get to meet them, what questions would you want to ask your customers? At least for those who have bought from you, would you be trying to find out maybe if they enjoyed the service? Uh, would they recommend it to a friend? Those are examples of some questions, but I would like to find out from you, What questions do you want to ask your customers? What is it you want to know from your customers about your business? Please put it in the chat. I want to read from almost everyone who is on the call. I know we have about 16 people here. All right. So okay, Kingwa says they are good customers. All right, that's great. If you have good customers, then that's good. At least good customers, they can buy, and even when they are not buying, they can equally recommend you to other people, right? So thank you for that. If you have good customers, that's good. Balo says I had different customers, ministers, and students who come. All right, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us, Mbalo. So, what questions do you want to ask your customers? We have Mojela who says, are you happy coming here to be helped every day? Wow, yes, that's an amazing question that you should ask your customers. Are they happy coming there, or they are just coming there because they don't have a choice? Maybe your business is a monopoly and they don't see any other person to go to and they're just coming there because they have to. So if there it's a great question to ask your customers, are they happy coming here to be helped every day? Of course, if they say they are not happy, then you'll find a way to improve, right, and better satisfy them. Thank you very much, Mojela. So I can see Mapella. Good morning to you. She's joining us from Lesotho. Okay, Francisca says she would ask her customers, are you satisfied with the service? All right, great. Very great question to ask. You constantly want to keep your customers satisfied. You don't want them leaving you to go to your competitor and get the same thing that you could offer them, right? So it's always good to ask them if they are satisfied. So Jolene says, my customers are women aged between 35 to 45 who do not have time for self-care. All right, thank you very much, Jolene. It's good to know the kind of customers that you have for your businesses. Thank you so much for sharing all these great responses. Okay, so let's move on. You have really provided some really great questions and really great descriptions of your customers. Now, let's have a rundown of a process for analytics. When you want to go about, analytics, it's a very short process. So this is what should help you go through that process. The first thing is that you need to ask yourself, what is my objective? Okay, ask yourself, what is my objective? What question do I need to address? Maybe the question you want to address about your business is how many people are finding me online? That can be a question that you need to address for yourself. If you can answer that question, then you should know how many people are at least seeing you online, okay, and how your business is doing online. So first, ask yourself, what is my objective? And then move on to ask, what question do I need to address? Once you have established that, ask yourself, where do I get that information from? So if you've asked yourself this question, you're wondering how many people see your business online. You will move on to ask yourself, where do I get that information from? Where can I get the statistics to know the number of people that are seeing me online, right? And then the fourth thing you need to ask during this whole process for analytics is, what do I do with that information? Okay, so a lot of us have already, propose some questions in the chat that they would like to ask their customers. Okay, that is something that is beneficial for your business. So there are other questions that you need to ask yourself. What questions do I need to address? Where do I get that information from? And what do I do with that information? If somebody tells you, I was not very happy, buying from you, what do you do with that information? You look for ways to improve, right? So basically, that is what statistics from your customers and insights should help you do. Okay, should help you ameliorate on the services and the products that you provide. So we are going to break it down, starting with objectives. So the very first thing we talked about is, what is my objective? You need to ask yourself that. So let's have a look at some examples of objectives that you might, have in order to answer that question that you've asked yourself. Maybe you have as objective to tell more people about your business. Okay, brand awareness. You want more people to know about your business. Or maybe you have as objective to sell more of your product or your service. So maybe your objective is sales. Or you can have the objective to identify your most valuable customers. You have described a lot of your customers, right? Some are potential, some actually buy, some are good, and things like that. So you need to identify, maybe you can have as objective to identify your most valuable customers And you can equally have the objective to find new ways to engage with previous customers. Okay, so maybe you've been engaging with previous customers through Facebook. So if you have an objective to find new ways to engage with previous customers, then you will probably start considering other alternatives to engage with your customers. So these are just some of the examples of objectives that maybe you've set for yourself, which can help you to answer the question, what is my objective? Now, let's move on to the second step in this process for analytics, which is what question do I need to address? Now, when it comes to the types of questions to ask about your business, there is a methodology. There's a methodology that you can use to ask yourself questions about your business. So this is the REAN methodology. Okay, so it's REAN, REAN, and each of these letters stand for something. R stands for reach, E stands for engage, A stands for activate, and N stands for nurture. Now, when it comes to reach, you're asking yourself, who is my target audience and how do I reach them online? Okay, these are questions that you're asking about your business. Who is my target audience and how do I reach them online? When it comes to engage, you're asking yourself, are they finding what they need? Because if they stop on your page or any of your online platforms, you will want to know if they are actually finding what they need, the solution to that problem that they are trying to solve, right? So that is what engage means. Are they finding what they need? And then A, which means activate. Are they booking? Are they making purchases? Are they booking you, to whatever your business is? Maybe it's cater for events or whatever it is. Are they booking? And then N, which means nurture. Are they coming back? Okay, so these are the types of questions that you need to ask about your business. This is very important. So if you have a pen and paper right there, I would like you to just take note of this acronym REAN, which means reach, engage, activate, and nurture. If you can successfully answer these questions, then you are already on track, as to knowing how well your business is doing online. Now, let's move on to the third step, which is where do I get that information from? Now, you have already answered the question about what your objective is. You have answered, you have seen the kind of questions to ask about yourself. We talked about reach, um, we talked about reach, we talked about engage, we talked about activate, and we talked about nurture. Now that you found out the questions that you need to address, where do I get that information from to answer these questions? Okay, now if you want to get the right information that will help you answer some of these questions that you're asking yourself about your business, then you can get this information from your social channels. Okay, social channels can provide you with a lot of information as to the way people are reaching, if people are actually engaging with your content, the people you're reaching, are they booking you and are they coming back regularly to your page to see updates about your products and services. So you can get that information from social channels. You can equally get that from organic search. Okay, you can get that information from organic search. Your website as well. There's a lot of information, there's statistics which you can get from your website to know if a lot of people are stopping on there and what they are doing when they are there. And then we equally have a paid search. If you run a paid search, if you're running any search on any social media platform or even on Google, it's very possible for you to know if how well your advert is doing, how many people is it reaching. The statistics, the numbers are all there on any of these platforms. So you can go on any of the online platforms that you're using in order to get information that answers the questions that you have asked about your business. Now, with step 4, which is what do I do with that information? Now that you have gathered statistics, you know that, okay, I have 500 people coming to my website, or, I have 300 new followers on my Instagram and things like that. What do you do with that information? Now, that information can actually help you to understand a lot of things about your business. Okay, so you can use those insights to understand market trends. Okay, it can help you to identify the latest market trends and insights based on the post what you are putting up. You should understand. I'll take for example, maybe you sell clothes. You can see from your insights that when I posted a picture about shoes, okay, more people engaged than when I posted a picture about gowns. For example, this is just an example. Maybe you would realize that okay, we have a lot of women who are looking out for heels, and a fewer percentage of women who are looking out for sneakers and things like that. So it can help you to know, okay, maybe I should, what is trending right now are sneakers or are heels or this particular type of heels that a lot of women like and things like that. So basically, insights will help you to understand market trends, okay, to see what people are interested in buying. Also, it will help you to understand user experience because you can understand your customer's path to purchase and make changes accordingly. So for somebody who has a website, for example, if your customers are constantly stopping on your website but they are not buying, they are not, or maybe they add some products to their cart and they don't push through with purchasing, it will help you to understand your customer's path to purchase. Maybe you need to make some changes with the payment methods that are available on your platform. Okay, this is just an example. If maybe the only payment method that is there is somebody who has a Visa card, somebody, your client is right there, but they don't just know how to make a payment. Maybe they are using mobile money. Okay, I'm taking this as an example. So it helps you to understand your the user experience, what your customers do before they actually make a purchase. And when you understand this, you can better improve on your site or on your platform to make it easier for your customers to actually, purchase your products. Now, it equally gives you an understanding of content marketing. Okay, when you check your insights, the data, you can identify which type of content people engage with the most. Okay, so maybe when I post pictures, it reaches a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of people actually reacting or liking, and commenting on that picture. But when I post a video, I see that a lot of people actually like to share my video, they comment and things like that. So based on the insights you have with the way people engage and the reach you get, it can help you to understand your content marketing strategy. What kind of content should I be putting out more often? So you would likely prioritize the type of content that people engage with the most. Now, insights can equally help you to adapt your overall strategy, your overall marketing strategy. Okay, so the purpose of having access to these numbers and these statistics is that it can help you to adapt your overall strategy. If I see that okay, I'm reaching only to 200 people as a designer, Valentine is a designer, he's reaching only 200 people. I can see, how by the next month I want to increase that number to about 400 or 500 people. So you constantly see how to re-strategize to make sure that the numbers are going up. So I hope we understand everything that we have discussed. At least in this first part of our session, we were simply just understanding what kind of questions to ask about your business and how you can go about getting information that answers these questions that you have. So do we have any questions? Please put it in the chat. I would like to read all your questions. I can see Makwake. She's joining us from Soweto. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Hello, Sandra. I can see Sandra is joining us right there. Okay, so are there any questions regarding this first part of our session? If it's all good, like I said, I always want to have your feedback. I always want to be sure that we are together and we are moving at the same pace. Okay, so if it's all clear for you, still indicate, please, in the chat box. Use your favorite emoji. I don't know, maybe a thumbs up, maybe a smiley, or a yes, or a one, however you want to give your feedback. But I want to be sure that it's all clear for this first part of our session. And also, please feel free to drop any questions that you have if it's not clear for you. Do we have any questions? I'm waiting to see some people showing up in the chat box, either with a question or with a feedback that is clear. So I'm looking out, I'm in the comments, I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, Asunta says it's all good for her. Thank you, Asunta, for that, for your response. Okay, Bati is joining us from Cape Town. Welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. Okay, Regina. She says she's confused. Don't worry. Your next training session is supposed to be on Monday. I believe it's supposed to be on Monday, right? Because you're joining us. Uh, yeah, you're supposed to be here with us on Monday. Sorry, but if you want, you're welcome to stay. Okay, you're not obliged to join only when it's your time. Okay, if you still want to be here with us, of course, we are happy to have you. So I can see, okay, if it's all good, then we can move on. Okay, let's carry on with the second part of our session today. So let's move on to see how you can identify the best tools to use. What can you do in order to have information, statistics about your performance online as a business? So I would like to find out from you, which analytic tools do you currently use? A lot of us are using social media. For those who are using Facebook and Instagram, how do you know the number of people that your post has reached? How do you know? Please put in the comment section the analytic tools that you currently use. I want to see if there's anybody already making use of the statistics that is available to them through analytic tools. So please put it in the comment section. I would like to see from you. Okay, Regina. So are there any analytic tools that we are currently using? Please share them with us. Kindly put in the chat box if there is any analytic tool that you're using already to find out how many people are seeing you on your website or on your Facebook page or wherever it is you're most active. What analytic tools do you currently use? Please put it in the chat. I'm looking out for your responses. Oh, Lebona says none. Okay. So I would like to encourage you to, because you cannot be online and you don't even know how people are engaging with your activities online. It's very, very important for you. If you have a Google My Business account, there's a lot of statistics there as to how many people are seeing you through a Google search. So please, I would like to encourage you to make use of one, especially if you have an online platform for your business. Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so Mojela says at times from around 2:30 p.m. till 6 p.m., the workload from school is too much. Parents are not coping, and it takes more time as I have to explain what is expected at times get on the website. Okay, thank you for that response, Mojela. Thank you very much. Okay, so anyway, let's see what some of the analytic tools that you can use for your business in order to get information. So Asunta says you can count comments or number of people who check what you posted. Right. Thank you, Asunta. Exactly. Yes. If you are using Facebook, Instagram, if you're using Twitter, you can see the number of people who have retweeted something that you posted, right? So thank you so much. Thank you, Asunta. Thank you for that contribution. Okay, so let's move on. Thank you all, ladies, for these amazing responses. So let's have a look at some of the tools that you can use. If you're making use of a social media platform, okay, just go to that social media platform. It could be Twitter, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram. So there's an insights option there that can help you see. Okay, you can see how people are engaging with your content, if they are sharing, if they are saving your post and things like that. Also, you can make use of an organic search. Okay, if you're doing a lot of search engine optimization, you can make use of Google Search Console to find out how your site is performing through organic searches. Also, you can make use of Google My Business. Google My Business has an insights option right there that can help you track the number of people who are reaching on your business profile. Also, with your website, for those who have websites, you can make use of Google Analytics. Okay, we're going to see how you can use Google Analytics to get a lot of statistics about the number of people who come to your website per month. Okay. Now, you can also make use of Google Ads when it comes to paid searches. So if you're making use of search engine marketing and things like that, Google Ads is a very great way for you to monitor how that advert is doing, how many people is it reaching. Okay, so these are some of the tools that you can use when you are thinking about getting data and insights. So the first we are going to look at is Facebook page insights. If you're set up on Facebook as a business, please always take out time to go to where you have where like just go to your dashboard. Okay, if you go to your dashboard, you can have an overview, okay, as to the way people are connecting with your Facebook page. If you can see the example that we have here, you can see that the number of actions on that page was maybe 10, number of page views was 94, page likes was 8. Maybe if you see a red indication there, that means that there was an 11% decline. Okay, so the person who has this business um lost some likes as compared to the previous month. And then with reach, we can see that this page was able to reach about 5,000 people. So there is a lot of information that you can get from your Facebook page insights. Okay, when it comes to follows, when it comes to people who are liking, who are sharing, the people who are engaging, and as well as the people that you are reaching. The statistics are there, the numbers are there. Okay, and where you see, a green, if they tell you, 400% it's green and the arrow is straight upwards, that means that you have improved. That means that the number of people that you were able to reach the past month has increased. But if you see a red button, showing downwards, that means that there has been a decline and you need to see how to step up your game in that aspect. Okay, so this is what Facebook page insights can permit you to know about your clients and the way they are engaging with your content. Now, we talked about Google Search Console as well, and I was talking about Google Search Console, especially in relation to people who have websites and they are making use of search engine optimization. Now, with Google Search Console, you need to sign up. Okay, you need to have your account created there. So when you've signed up for Google Search Console, you can get a lot of invaluable information about your website and its visitors from Google's organic search results. Okay, so like I said, when we talk about organic search results, it's mostly to evaluate how well you are doing with your search engine optimization. How often is my website popping up in search results in an organic manner? Okay, when we talk about an organic manner, that means you have not paid, okay, for your website to show up in search results. So your Google Search Console account should help you monitor, okay, that you can see that maybe for the past month I've had 438 clicks in total. That means that people were searching for something related to what you offer. Your website popped up as a suggestion, and they clicked, of all the results that popped up there, they clicked on your website. So you can see how many people actually clicked, maybe 438, for example, from the example we have here, right? And you can equally see maybe the impressions you have. You have more than 21,000 impressions. You have an average 2.1% click-through rate. And you can equally see that, you're doing averagely well in organic search results. Maybe if you see 51.7 there, here, like the example that's here on the screen, that means you are doing averagely well. So all this information is just meant to help you to make a better decision as to how you can optimize your website. If you see that, total clicks you have was 438, you can strategize to see how to get your clicks, to get your website ranking higher in search results, so that you get more clicks, you get more people stopping on your website and even making purchases as well. So that is what Google Search Console can help you do. Now, when it comes to Google My Business is a free app, okay, or it's a free tool that Google has made available for entrepreneurs like you, so that you can manage your online presence across Google Search and Google Maps. So once you are all set up on Google My Business, you equally have an insights option. Okay, just go to your Google My Business page. Now, on the left hand side of your screen, you're going to see an insights option right there. So the moment you just click on insights, you're going to have a lot of information as to people who were stopped on your Google My Business profile or your website, right? Maybe through a direct search or an indirect search. So from the example you're seeing here, you can see that there are in total, this person's business, this person who is registered on Google My Business, they've had 39,000 total searches. And the blue part the green part you see here shows direct searches. That means that if you are online, your business is registered on Google My Business, you can see that, okay, I have this percentage or this number of people who found my site through a direct search. That means that they actually put in your business name there on the Google search engine when they were actually looking out for your business. And then this green part here, which you see, shows, discovery. This means that these are people who went to the search query searching for something that is closely related with what you offer. Your profile popped up and then they clicked on your profile. So this statistics is right there on Google My Business if you are set up on that platform. Also, there is Google Trends. Okay, so Google Trends can help you to identify the popularity of a search term in Google and equally to identify whether a trend is on the rise or declining. So Beryl or Sandra is going to drop the link right there for you. It's simply just trends.google.com. So once you're on Google Trends, you have that possibility to see what is popular, which search term is popular. Okay, so this is insights regarding popular search terms. It will help you, especially when trying to come up with keywords. Okay, you want to know which words are popularly used when people are searching for anything closely related to what you offer. If you understand what these keywords are, what a lot of people are putting in, then you can make use of these keywords in your website if you're doing search engine optimization, or you can equally bid on these keywords if you're looking to do search engine marketing. So Google Trends will give you a lot of information. There's a lot of insights available on Google Trends about terms that are popular, and you can equally know whether a particular trend is rising or it's declining. Okay, so that you know what to prioritize, you know which trend to give importance to. So there's a lot of data and insights available on Google Trends when you want to know what is popular in terms of search terms, and to equally know whether a particular trend is rising or declining. I'll take, for example, I will always use Valentine because I don't know, his name is so stuck in my head. Valentine, Assunta, Jolene, and okay. So anyway, I'll take Valentine as an example. So he's a designer. He makes all this, amazing clothes. Now he can go to Google Trends to find out what is it people are really searching for with regards to clothes. Are they looking for suits? Are they looking for gowns? Are they looking for, I don't know, are they looking for whatever it is? And then he would know how to prioritize, that what is trending in the moment. What is it people are looking out for? And it will equally help him to know the kind of words that people are putting in on the Google search query when they are looking for that particular product. So if Valentine now has a website where he's describing all these clothes that he makes, he's going to be using a lot of these words that are popular, which he has seen on Google Trends that people are using a lot. He's going to be using those words now to describe his clothes and all the amazing pieces he creates. The moment he uses those words and somebody puts in that word in the search query, his website is going to be popping up real quick, and they can just click on his website to go there and order some really beautiful clothes. Also, you can rise above your competition using Google Trends. Okay, like I've just said, Google Trends is not just a place for you to have insights about popular search terms. You can find relevant trending topics. You can monitor your competitors. So if Valentine is there, he knows, okay, I can see that Louis Vuitton and I don't know, other designers, maybe at the global stage or at the local stage, he can see who his competitors are and equally monitor how well they are doing. Also, he can have a keyword research, right? So it's very possible for you to do some keyword research on Google Trends to know what are those keywords that people are using. And a keyword research is very important when you're looking for those words to optimize your website or to embark on search engine marketing so that you can bid on those words as well. With Google Trends, you can also promote around seasonal trends. Make sure that whatever content you're creating, whatever product you're putting out there is in line with what is trending at the moment. So seasonal trends will probably, if you're somebody who is very much into, you sell clothes and things like that, if it's cold, the weather is cold in the tropical part of Africa, okay, maybe I should sell clothing that keeps people warm. Okay, and you get to understand what is trending per region, because we don't have the same climate and the same seasons in different parts of the world. Okay, so Google Trends will help you to understand what the seasonal trend is, so that you can prioritize that, and you can find topics by region. Like I just said, Google Trends will help you to know what is trending in a particular region and what's not trending in the other, so that when you're creating content or you're trying to reach a particular market, you can make sure that that content or whatever it is you're selling relates to the people, relates to what is trending, what people are talking about a lot in that particular region. So Google Trends is an amazing tool that you can use. Like I said, just go to trends.google.com and you can, find your way around the platform. Now let's move on to Google Analytics. Google Analytics actually helps you to understand what customers do on your website. So this is Google Analytics is a great tool for people who have websites. So it's very easy for you if you are all set up on Google Analytics. You can understand, how many customers are coming to my site. When they come, what do they do? Do they just see what is there and go, or they actually click the buy button? Maybe you have a button there that says buy now. Do they buy? Do they add to their cart? Do they, if you're running an NGO, do they click the donate button to donate to a project that you're currently working on? So Google Analytics will help you know a lot about what customers do when they are on your website. Do we have any questions at this point? We were basically just, we had a rundown of all the different tools that you can use when you want to get information as to how well your site is doing, how many people are you reaching, how many people are clicking, and all of that. So do we have any questions about any tool that we have discussed in this second part of the session? Please put it right there in the chat. Okay, so Beryl has dropped the link for Google My Business right there, and she has equally dropped the link for Google Ads. She has dropped the link for Google Trends. Okay, so please just make sure that you take out time after this session to check out these platforms and see how it can be beneficial for your business and your online activities. So, do we have any questions for the second part of the session? Kindly put it in the chat. Mercy, yes, you can always come back here to YouTube. The video will be here. You can replay the video and watch for anything that you want to catch up on. Okay, so if there are no questions, then I can move on. Are we saying that we can move on? If yes, then I will go right ahead. So if I move on and somewhere down the line you have any worries, still just drop it in the comment section. I'm going to attend to it, okay? And Beryl is equally there. She'll attend to every concern that you have. So I can see Mafela says, okay, what a thorough training. Thank you. You are welcome. I'm glad that you find this helpful and informative. Asunta says, just enjoying and following well. All right. Thank you very much for your feedback, Asunta. You're always so engaging and you participate a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, we have Lukundo who says it's really exciting. Okay, thank you for all your amazing feedback. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move on to what we have on our agenda today. The last thing we are going to be discussing is how you can understand and analyze your data. Okay, you've understood how you should ask questions. You've seen the tools that you can use. So how can you now process this information to make sure that it is beneficial for your business? All right, so let's start with Google Analytics. Google Analytics, this is what the dashboard looks like. So give me a few minutes. So when it comes to your Google Analytics dashboard, you can actually see a lot of features, okay, that are available on your Google Analytics dashboard. And there are features and there are insights that you can make use of in order to take your marketing further, in order to improve on your marketing. So from your Google Analytics dashboard, you can see you can see geographic location, you can see popularity over time, you can see the active users, you can see the visits, and you can equally see how you acquire users. Okay, so all that, if you just go, if you're set up on Google Analytics and you just go to where your dashboard is, this is all the information that is available to you right there. So let's take a look at how you can get set up on Google Analytics. So the first thing, the very first step, if you're looking to create a Google Analytics account, like I said, this is mostly for people who are using websites. So the first thing is that go to analytics.google.com. Like I'll always remind you, any Google product you want to use, it ends with google.com. Okay. So if it's Google Trends, it's trends.google.com. If it's Google Ads, ads.google.com. So if you want to use Google Analytics, you go to analytics.google.com, and then you choose a name for your account. Step 3, choose an industry category. It's a very simple procedure. It doesn't require you to do a lot, to stress yourself filling a lot of information in there. So like I said, go to google.com, analytics.google.com, put in your account name, and then choose an industry category to help you when you benchmark against others who have tagged the same industry. Okay, for example, I'll take fashion designing. Okay, so when you are choosing your industry, you can say, for example, um, fashion industry, like you're into fashion slash menswear. Okay, so like you can just put in some information to equally help you distinguish your website a little bit different from other people who have fashion websites. So I hope that is clear. All right, now this is just basically what you need to put in order to have your account on Google Analytics. It's a very simple procedure, like I said. Now, once you're all set up on Google Analytics, you need to make sure that you merge your Google Analytics account with your website, because you're using Google Analytics to monitor the performance of your website. Now, when you want to do this, you have to go to where there is a tracking code on your Google Analytics profile. Just go to, if you see the tools that are on the left hand of your screen, there's a section that says tracking info. So you just go to tracking code. Okay, when you click on tracking code, you're going to see a code that will pop up there. Now you just copy that code and paste on your website, where it depends on the kind of website that you're using. I cannot tell you the specific place on your website. Okay, so I'd like to just encourage you, maybe just go to YouTube and find out more as to the kind of website you are using, so that you know where to paste this track code. Okay, so the track code will help you to track your site's performance. You will need to add the correct tracking code to each page. So like I said, just copy that track code, paste it on your website. There should be a place on your website for you to put in that track code. So the moment you have done this, Google Analytics will be able to monitor the performance of your site. Okay, now where can you find this track code? When you're using a website builder or a blog, there may be a simple field where you can add the tracking ID for your website. So always check out, if you're using a website builder or you're using a blog, there's always a space. Like I said, there's always a space right there, as you can see on my screen, where you can put in this track code. So you will just copy it from Google Analytics and paste it right there. The moment you've done this, then you have succeeded in merging your Google Analytics account with your website, so that Google Analytics can track the performance of your site. Now, when it comes to reporting, to understanding the reports that you see on your Google Analytics account about your website, there are 4 main areas of reporting. Okay, you will get information about your audience, you will get reports about acquisition, you get reports about behavior, and you get reports about conversion. Now, when it comes to the reports about your audience, it will help you to understand who they are. Okay, Remember when you were asking yourself some questions about your business, this was what we did in the first part of the session, understanding the right questions to ask. You see that this would help you answer your question. So right there, you would know who are they, who is this audience that is coming to your website. You should be able to know acquisition. How did they find me? Okay, acquisition, the acquisition report will help you to know how they found you. Now, with behavior, the report that you will get with behavior is what are they doing? Okay, what are they doing on my site? Are they making purchases or are they just stopping by and leaving? You should be able to see what they are doing, and then conversion would show you what are they worth to me. Okay, so these are the four areas of reporting when it comes to your Google Analytics account. Now, your data in Google Analytics would look something like this. Now you have the metrics, which has the numbers, okay, and then you have the dimension, which is the what, okay. So you see that when it comes to dimension, you can see options there. We have organic search, we have referrals, we have direct search, we have paid search. So that is the dimension. That is what you are seeing right there. And then when it comes to metrics, metrics is the numbers, okay. So these are just the numbers. You can see maybe 7,000 people came to my site through an organic search, and out of this 7,000, you can or maybe you can see that I had 6,000 new users, and the numbers are right there. Okay, the numbers are right there, depending on what it is exactly you want to know about your website, about the performance of your website. So this is what the data in Google Analytics looks like. Now, I want to take us back to the RIN acronym, which we saw in the first part of our session. When you're using RIN to ask the right questions, then you should be getting the answers, from your Google Analytics account or from whichever analytic tool it is you are using, and you should be able to know what to do with that information. Now, we said arrow in RIN stands for reach. So you're asking, how are people finding me online? So you should be able to identify which search terms are driving organic traffic and develop relationships with referral websites, okay, other websites that that can help attract traffic to your own website. That is reach. When it comes to engage, what are people engaging with when they find me online? So from your analytics tools, from the insights, you should be able to learn which pages are not getting any views. If you have a website and you have different pages on that website, you have maybe an about page, you have a home page, you have a contact page, there are different pages on your website, right? Now, you should be able to learn when it comes to engage. If you are asking yourself, what are people engaging with when they find me online, you should be able to know which pages are not getting any views and discover what is really engaging your visitors. Okay, you can discover what is really engaging your visitors. When it comes to activate, which channel is driving the most bookings? So you should be able to identify which referring sites drive conversions and look out for underperforming referring sites and consider reviewing the partnership. Okay, so that is what activate, answering the question under activate, which channel is driving the most bookings. It should help you to understand what is working and what is not working and what needs you to consider a review. When it comes to nurture, are my customers happy to leave a review? Like somebody put in a question that they would like to ask their customers at the very beginning of this session. Are your customers happy when they come to you for your products and service? Okay, so that falls under nurture because you want these people coming back to you. You don't want them to just buy one time and go. You want them to constantly come back to you when they need that product or that particular service. So you would like to know, are my customers happy to leave a review? So this can push you to try different ways to encourage purchasers to leave a review, on the service that you provided. So if you're making use of your Google Analytics platform, you should be able to monitor how many people left a review on your site. If you see that people are not really leaving a lot of reviews there, you can now encourage them to leave reviews. You want them to tell you if they were happy with the service you provided or with that product that they bought from you. So it is very possible for you to know this information from the analytics tools that you're using, so that you're constantly seeing how to reach more people, you're constantly seeing how to engage with them, how to push them to actually make a purchase, and how you can keep them coming back to you. Now let's move on to Google Trends. We are done talking about Google Analytics. Let's move on to Google Trends. So Google Trends is a very great tool when you're looking to know what is hot in the moment, depending on the region. You want to know what is hot in the moment. What is it people are searching for? What are those words and those search terms that they are making use of to search for particular products and businesses? And like we said, if you want to make use of Google Trends, just go to trends.google.com. Once you are on the site, it's possible. It looks quite similar to your normal Google search page when you're trying to look for anything. But with Google Trends, you are looking for what is trending, like the word says. So you can just put in a particular term or word in the search query right there, and you will see, results as to the way a lot of people, if people are making use of this particular term when searching for a product. And you can see a lot of statistics about the regions and people in any part of the world who are searching for this particular thing. Okay. Now, it's very important for you to understand seasonal trends because it will help you to promote your business around these trends. Okay. Now, if you're making use of Google Trends, seasonal trends will allow your business to stay relevant and competitive. That's the importance of understanding seasonal trends. So, throughout the year, your business will experience peaks and dips that will impact your revenue. So, you can use trends to identify seasonal products on that are in demand. Okay, use trends to identify seasonal product demands, adjust your offerings according to supply and demand, and create content about current trends. So if you can see my screen right here, this is somebody who has the search term they have put in is women's jackets. Okay, Valentine, I know this is your thing, so please pay close attention. So the example we have here is somebody has searched, the search term here is women's jacket. So you can see from this chart right here the rise in searches for women's jackets. Okay, and it will be able to, you can be able to identify the maybe there was a rise in the search for women's jackets during the winter months, and that search declined during the hot seasons and things like that. So this is basically what Google Trends will help you to. You should be able to identify trends. What is it people are looking out for? That way you keep your business relevant. That way you're constantly adjusting to what it is, whatever it is that is in demand. All right. So I'll encourage all of you, please go to trends.google.com and try to see how you can make use of this platform. So Google Trends shows what searches and keywords are trending. So you can use the related queries section if you are looking to identify other potential keyword tags, if you want to name your product categories according to popular keywords, or to optimize your post according to trending keywords. Okay, so Google Trends is a very great space for you to do keyword research. And like I said, you need to have to do some research about keywords so that you can optimize your website if you want to make use of search engine optimization, or you can bid on these keywords if you're looking into search engine marketing, if you want to pay Google to keep your website constantly popping up in search results when somebody is searching for anything using any of these keywords. So use Google Trends if you want to understand the keywords that are trending. So this is an example here. Okay, so constantly do some search about keywords. These keywords that you see here as an example are related keyword searches to women's blouse. Okay, so when somebody is searching for women's blouse, chances are high the words they'll be putting maybe in the search query brown, they are looking for a particular color, they are looking for maybe something Victorian or whatever it is. People in the fashion industry will understand these terms, right? So the Google Trends will help you to know the keywords that are associated with women's blouse. That way, you're constantly using these keywords on your website. So I hope it's clear. Do we have any questions as to the way we can go about collecting information on Google Analytics and on Google Trends? If there are any questions, just put it in the chat box. I want to see all your concerns. Okay. Do we have any questions, ladies? Anything you would like me to go over again? Maybe I was fast and we didn't really catch it. I don't know. Kindly let me know. So, we have Burial who has put in the link for your certificate. So please, please, please do not forget, please do not forget to tap on the link and fill the form. All right, it's very important. Do not forget, please. I'm really emphasizing on it. Do not forget to fill the certificate link. Okay, thank you, Nena, if you fill the form. Thank you. So do we have any questions, dear ladies? Oh yeah, Assumpta, mathematics is everywhere. If you never loved it in school, unfortunately you cannot dodge from it. It's everywhere. So we have to use it for almost everything we are doing, okay? Okay, don't worry, Assunta. Okay, with time, you will just, be able to see how you can use some of this information for your business. So, and please don't see it as something that is too technical or hard. The moment you perceive it in your mind as hard, it becomes already difficult for you to implement. Okay, so don't worry, you don't really even have to calculate. The moment you're using an analytics tool, they will give you all these numbers. Okay, you can see for yourself what people are doing on your website, because it's very important for you to keep up with the numbers. It's important. It's going to influence your overall marketing strategy. It's going to influence the way you go about your activities online to make sure that the numbers are constantly going up. Okay. um Oh yes, Assunta, of course. If you feel that you're really having difficulties with it, you can get someone to assist you. Okay, ask questions. Constantly come back to the video and watch something that maybe you did not catch. Maybe as you're trying to implement it, you're having difficulties. Come back to the video and see what it is you need to do better. Francisca, the link to the form has been dropped in the comment section. Okay, please just the link is right there. Beryl dropped the link to the form. Okay, okay. All right, ladies. So if we don't have any issues, let's move on. So before we round up the session, I want to remind you again, do not forget Google is offering a free bootcamp. Okay, sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. Okay, do not forget, sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. So what are your next steps? You can go to learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills slash courses. If you tap on that link, Beryl has dropped the link. If you tap, you can have access to a lot of other digital courses which can assist you with what you have been hearing about throughout the sessions. Also, you can go to social media. Okay, on Facebook, it's facebook.com/digital skills for Africa. You can go to Twitter, twitter.com/digital skills AF, or on Instagram, instagram.com/digital skills AF. And also you can find Impact Her on all the social media platforms as well. Impact Her is very active on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, as well as Twitter. So you can equally connect with us on any of these platforms in case you have any questions or you want to reach out, you want to, just share with us some of your contributions. So connect with us as well on all our social media platforms. Do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that when we have any other trainings coming up, or you want to see something that has been recently uploaded, you will constantly get notifications. So do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much, ladies. It was an awesome one. I was more than happy to be here with you today. So I want to say a huge thank you to Beryl, to Sandra, to Johanna. They were the team behind just making sure that we can have a hitch-free session. So thank you to you. Thank you to Madeline, for bringing all these amazing women together. And I saved the best for last. Thank you to all the amazing women. And, I'm sorry if there were any men among us, and as I keep calling women, thank you to all our amazing participants who joined in today for our session. I look forward to our session tomorrow. So I think we're still going to be together tomorrow. So this is goodbye. Take great care of yourselves and see you soon.